Hey, high levelers. In this video, what we're going to cover are two topics that can be really confusing to people who have joined Go High Level, especially if you're not very familiar with the software. Number one is going to be the language. What language do you select? Now, High Level supports multiple different languages, and I'm going to go into that because that can be complicated of how the languages are set up, depending upon what type of user you are. So language is number one. And the second thing is currency. So currency is the second thing that I want to get set up in because that's another thing that people get confused about and they don't know how to handle it and they get very frustrated inside the Go High Level platform. So those are two things we're going to get talking about today and hopefully get those figured out for you. So let's get into it. Okay. So right now what we're going to do is we're actually inside of one of our sub accounts, but one of the things I'm going to do is hop over to the agency and you have to go into your settings. Now, inside of the settings here, this is where it's important. If you're an agency user, doesn't matter if you're an agency admin or an agency user. If you're an agency user account, one of those two, whatever language you set at the agency level will change at your language at the agency level, but will also change the language at every sub account that you log into. Okay, let me say that again. As an agency user, whatever language you select here on the main screen, if you take a look here, you see it says platform language. Notice I'm in English, but if I come here and all of these languages are supported, if I want to do Finnish, whatever that is, then this is the language that gets selected. Now, this is the language that I see when I log into the agency level. And this is also the language that I see whenever I log into any sub account. That's the language that I see because that's programmed or set to me at the agency level. Okay, perfect. So right now I want to go ahead and switch this back so I don't mess myself up. Now let's discuss the other thing here. What if we want to go into a sub account? Okay, so again, that's the way it is for all agency users. The language has to be set at the profile level. Just remember that. Now, when you're at the sub account level inside of the Go High Level platform, the sub account users, please keep in mind, this is where it gets confusing. The sub account users are governed by the settings inside of the business profile. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here in the settings, if I go to the business profile, I can come over here to the right and then I see a platform language. Okay. It's going to be set to English. Now I can come here and change this to Dutch if I want to and click update. Guess what happens? Nothing happens in the platform whatsoever. Why? The reason why is because I am logged in as an agency user account. And like I said earlier, agency users, the language is set at the agency level. Whatever language you have at the agency level is what throughout the agency and all sub account levels, just to make it easier for you. That kind of makes sense, right? That if you're a German, you want to see German everywhere you look, even if you have English clients. So that just makes sense. Now it gets confusing because now people log in here as an agency user and they don't see any changes or anything like that at all. So right now, if we take a quick look here at the staff here, notice that we have a couple of different users. I'm actually going to try to take a look at logging in as John Smith here. So I'm going to remove myself from the agency user and I'm going to log in as a local sub account user. I can do that by clicking over here in the corner and then just going to log in as. This is a great feature. I love this feature. And then just choosing the particular user here that I want. Now, when I log in as this particular user, because now I'm logging in as a local user, now guess what? Look at this. The language, the menu has changed. Why? Because it's changed here in the profile section. I chose Dutch. So now if I come here and choose Spanish, click update, now Spanish language is chosen. Okay. The reason I'm seeing the updates now is because I'm logged in as a local sub account user, not as an agency user. Okay. This is one of those things I try to be very clear about because I've had, as a Go High Level affiliate, I've had people have multiple issues with this and I've tried to help get them resolved. And I figured just let me go ahead and create a video to help everybody else out about this because languages can be a problem, especially how it works and how it gets configured. And then currency, which we are going to get into here shortly. But just to be clear, agency level, you're set at the profile level, the language is set there. At the sub account level, it's the language is set for the whole sub account. Users in the sub account do not get to pick their language. Now, again, this kind of makes sense, right? Let's just say you have a hair salon in Spain or in a Spanish speaking country. Everybody that works there for the most part that's going to log in is going to be Spanish speaking, right? Now, the problem with that, of course, is if there's ever a problem, but you can only set the language at the sub account level. So that's the one problem that you end up having with Go High Level. They don't have user preferences at the sub account level with each staff member. So that's one of those things that you're going to have to think about and overcome. Now, that's really it when it comes to languages. As long as you can figure that out and can understand that and communicate that to your clients, you'll be good to go and you shouldn't have any problem. Now I'm going to switch back and go back to my agency account so I can get logged in here and be able to do the next part of this demonstration. Now, The next part of the demonstration that we have an issue with is currency. People log in, especially again as a GoHighlevel affiliate. By the way, I'm going to just drop a little plug. If you have not signed up for GoHighlevel, you want to sign up, I have a 30-day free trial membership in the description of this particular video. Sign up, you get a ton of bonuses, coaching by me, things like that, ton of bonuses. But my whole goal for my affiliates as well as my YouTube channel is to help you be successful using the GoHighlevel platform. That's it. That's my goal. So having said that, what I want to do is now move into currency, because currency seems to be a problem, especially with people overseas, who are a lot of my affiliates are overseas, try to end up selling products in multiple different countries. Now, I'm going to address a couple of key questions that people always ask me on my strategy calls. Number one, does Highlevel support multiple languages? Multiple currencies? The answer is yes. Now, one of the things that you have a problem with though, is that if you build a typical funnel where you're trying to sell something, that particular funnel, or at least the sales page, can only be configured with one type of currency. So because of that, you need to make sure that you get your currency set up first. Now, let's talk about the very basics. Stripe is a basic platform that the GoHighlevel system runs on. There could be other providers out there, but right now, if you want to change your default currency, just the default that you normally would have in your Stripe account, you will have to do that at the Stripe level. Now, I'm not going to go into that here. I'm not going to log into my Stripe account and do all that kind of stuff on this particular video. But what I will do is I will link a help document in the description of this video, so that you can click out there and it will show you how to set the default value of your GoHighlevel platform. So if you're from the UK, then great. I believe that's pound. If you're from other countries dealing with euros, then your business will be set up and your default currency will be euros and so forth. So that right there is the basic way to get the thing set up as default. Now, what if you want to start selling products and services to other countries? If you want to do that, then right now, just to let you know, the base currency for a Highlevel system in general is the US dollar, the USD. That's just because the company's in the US. That's the base currency. Now, one of the great tools that the Highlevel platform has released here, actually last year it released this, is the ability to sit back and configure and this is in the SaaS configurator. Okay. So right now, this is not available in the $97 plan or the starter, or even the Agent Unlimited Pro, the $297 plan. You really need to be at the Agency Pro level in order to get this particular feature. So right now, let's go ahead and hop into the agency, and we're going to pop into the SaaS configurator. Now, to save time, I've already built a new plan for this, but right now what you want to do is use a new feature inside the SaaS configurator called categories right here. So if you're not quite familiar with what categories are, one of the main reasons why categories are important is because now they can sit back and change the currency of the plan that you're configuring. Now, let me just take a step back and say, by default, you're only allowed 3 plans inside the SaaS configurator originally. Now, if I remember right, forgive me if I may be wrong on this one, I think they expanded it to 20 plans are what you can have inside of the SaaS configurator now. But you can configure some plans to be in a certain category, and that category also involves a different currency. Make sense? So now you can configure the same plan in a different category using a different currency, and then use a different funnel to sell that to people in that market. Hopefully you follow me on that one. I didn't lose anybody. So right now what I did is here in the categories, I've actually created something called Euro plans. I'm just going to use the Euro for this example. So right now you want to sit back and we're going to create a plan where we can sell it in Euro dollars. And we're going to be using that, whether it be ads or whatever else, we're going to be directing those people that we're targeting for the Euro, and we're going to target them and send them to a funnel that has this particular product configured in it. And it's going to charge them the Euro. And then that way they're going to be charged and can move forward and end up selling your same plan at the Euro in that particular area of the country. Now, what does this mean? This means that if you're selling your SaaS plans to different people across different countries, and you want to use their local language, their local currency, then you're going to have to sit back and configure multiple categories in order to do that. There's really no other way that I can see that you can do that. So right now, all you're going to do is simply come back and say, add a plan. Right now, I'm not going to go through with this because I've already done it, but I'm just going to, let's just say it was a test, and I'm just going to do a test plan here. Now here in the next screen, this is where you can select category. Now notice that the money, this plan is USD for United States dollar. My default is USD. The default is always going to be USD. Because again, I told you the country's in the US, but you can configure a category with a different currency. And we've got the Euro here. Now, I'll actually show you what other currencies are configured in here. But if you select this, notice that we've got this particular plan, and we can adjust. I've already got this standard plan here already configured. So I'm not going to move forward with this. I'm just going to bounce back out of here. But right now, if we go ahead and click this and we click create new category, notice that we can give it a name. And then here are all the different currencies that we got. So right now I'm going to blow this up and I'm just going to, kind of move through this a little bit quicker. We got everything here. I don't know any other currency that's in here, but there's a lot in here. So you can set up a category with that particular currency. And then once you do that, you can configure the plan. Once you configure the plan, you have to configure all the features, the plans, the trials, the rebilling, all the other stuff that you're looking to do inside there. But once you get that done, then hopefully you're going to get something that looks like this. Okay. Standard plan. These are all the features. I just threw this together real quick here. So this is how much it is monthly. This is how much it is yearly. Now notice that's 10 times. So we're giving 2 months away for free. Change it if you want to here. Come on, guys. Don't be critical of me here. This is an example. I'm giving a demo here, people. So right now we're going to hop back into this site here. Now you can sit back and create funnels in your sub account towards different currencies and have that funnel geared towards selling the same kind of SaaS plan, but toward a different currency. So right now what I've got here, I've got this Euro currency sales funnel built, and this is nothing dramatic. It's a homepage where people can buy stuff, order confirmation page, and a thank you page. Okay. And I'm not going to go through all of these because I don't need to. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply go through here. And what I'm going to do is just logo, buy my stuff here. Here's a 1-step order form. And once you have that, now what you need to do for the most part is go in and configure your product on the order form. That's what you have to do with every funnel inside of GoHighlevel. This is nothing new. So we're going to go over to products. Let's span this back out. Products. Here, we're going to sit back and notice that we already have this configured, but let's just go ahead and let's just start over again and just delete this. And yes, I will just choose delete. I'm aware I'm deleting it. So right now, notice if we come over here, I'm going to come back to this area and click this to preview the funnel page. Now notice here, there's nothing. There's no products available. Why? Because we haven't configured any products yet. I just deleted the product that we're going to configure. Now we're going to come back into products. We're going to sit back and add. Oh, you know what? I jumped a step. Please forgive me. Before you do this, you do need to come over to payments. You do need to come over to products here. And what you need to do is I've already added the standard plan here. So what you need to do is click on the import from Stripe. Here from this one, I've already got the monthly. I'm just going to add the yearly, import this. Perfect. And we don't want to make this a part of any kind of notice the language has changed here. So we don't want to make this involved with any of the online store or the e-commerce store or anything like that. We don't want to keep that there. We want to keep this separate. So here we're going to come through the products and we're going to simply click add product. We're going to come here and choose just our standard plan, Euro currency. Be sure you label it well enough that you can pick it out from the group. So we're going to choose 197. Okay. And that's going to be our plan there. So we're going to click save. Then we're going to come back and add a product. We're going to come back and choose the yearly from this one. Where are we at here? Standard plan, Euro currency. Oh, we're going to add the year plan here for this one and click save. So now we have the monthly and we have the yearly. Perfect. Both are on here. So now that we've got that, we can come here and just simply click refresh to the page. And then lo and behold, once we do this, look what happens. Now we can choose our standard plan, and it does have the 197 currency for the monthly. And we do have our 1997 for the standard plan. You probably would want to relabel that yearly. I just threw this together real quick, but you guys get the point. So right now, the whole great news is hopefully by the end of this video, by now, which is now is the end of this video, you understand about languages, how to switch your languages, how the languages work, and how to tell your clients how the languages work, as well as the currencies. So now you can set up different currencies. So if you do have, for instance, Facebook ads running for different market, you might target certain areas of the world for your Facebook ads. Now you can direct them to that particular funnel where now the currency is configured in there. Now, will you have to configure a new funnel? Yes. Now, I will say this, inside of the Highlevel system here, the Highlevel does not automatically reconfigure a funnel or website for different languages. It does not do that. So for those people out there that may have a question is, if I build a website in English, will Highlevel translate that to German or Spanish or Dutch? No, they won't. You have to build it in that particular language. So right now, this means that whenever you start targeting a certain area, you will have to build the funnel in that language. And it could be the same funnel that you already built in a different language, but you have to build it. You have to add a different SaaS configurator product, category, currency, configure that to the sales page, so forth and so on. So guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give me a comment. Tell me what you think about it here. Also, tell me if I helped you out here. This is some complicated topics. Let me know if I helped you with anything here. If you have not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. All of this stuff helps me grow my channel, grow the video, and get it out there to more people. And if you're still looking to sign up for Highlevel, click on my 30-day free trial. It'll be the best thing you ever did. I give lots of bonuses and coaching and so forth. So guys, thanks for hanging in there with me, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.